So this next one is going to be for Benjamin Liu. So Benji and I, we've come a long way. Um, Ben and I met in 6th grade. We didn't really, um, for a long time I can say that we weren't particularly close, but he was better, closer to me than majority of my friends. And you gotta remember, I don't have that many friends. Um, and I really I really liked him, you know. And at the time being, he was smart. Don't get me wrong, much smarter than I was, but he was also very, you know, he had to go through the same normal process that everyone else went through. But I watched him work very hard, and he went from someone knowing zit to someone who became a champion. Um, He's won numerous awards in math and science, and I'm extremely proud of him for being what I couldn't be. And I really, um, I, I really am amazed that he doesn't gloat about it, though. That's one of the greatest things about Ben. He doesn't ever really brag about himself. He's very calm, serene. He's very modest. And I really appreciate that about Ben. If there's something that the first thing we know about Ben is that, or Benji as I call him, is that he's really smart. But the second thing is definitely that he's really sweet. And yeah, I think that Ben and I have both made mistakes in our relationship in the past. Some of we hit several rocks in roads. I said some things that I didn't want to say. He said some things that I'm pretty sure he regrets now too. But at the end of the day, there isn't um, anything I wouldn't do for him. And not because he's really smart, but because he's just someone I've seen grow up so much, you know. And when you've been with these people, when you grow up with these people, you really understand how much they mean to you and how much you are without them. Ben made me a stronger person, you know. Um, in fact, I it took a long time, but I did eventually take his advice on several different things, even though I was kind of stubborn about it. And yeah, when it comes down to it, I think there is nobody who can really not love Ben. He's become one of my best friends, and the only unfortunate part is I don't really get to spend much time with him outside of school because I was gone for 2 years at a treatment center. I'm not a part of NHS or anything, you know, without APs or anything, you know, so it's kind of um, hard for me to, you know, because I didn't have APs for 2 years, it's kind of hard for me to qualify for something like NHS. But yeah, so I don't get to spend as much time, you know, I'm not in Spanish Honor Society like majority of my friends, although I could have been had I been at Dulles for the last 2 or 3 years or so. Um, but yeah, so that's perhaps my one regret. We don't get to spend much time together. The only time I get to see him is lunch. Um, yeah, and I do some things that kind of bother him, like I give him hugs and stuff, and occasionally kisses on the head. I do that for a lot of my friends, just meant to show my affection for them. But but yeah, I've kind of gotten a little better with that. Okay, maybe not on the hugging, but definitely on the kissing on the head. I've gotten much better with that. And Yeah, Ben is everything. It's really weird how um someone like me gets accepted by someone like him. He's salutatorian of his class. He's got everything ahead of him, whereas me, sometimes I kind of feel like I don't have a lot ahead of me, and that I'm kind of like an utter failure. But he really encourages me when I feel like that. Anyways, thank you, Ben. Love you.